Yo. We back again with another episode of
Brooklyn Boyz.
Radio.
Oh, I ain't get no scratch today, nigga.
Radio.
You here, so we didn't get no scratch. We got
Radio, 50 years of hip hop.
Yo, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes, please tell a friend to tell a friend. But we got a friend today, you know what I mean, in the house. Miss Lola.
L to the O to the L to the Izzy.
What's up, y'all?
What up?
Thanks for having me.
Yo, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming. I stalked her Instagram and got her from Instagram. Like
You did.
He has a habit of stalking people's Instagrams.
I jumped in her DM. I don't want the Crip to say nothing to me today, but
It worked, though. I'm here. It worked.
yeah, I jumped in her DM and she was like, "Who the fuck is this black nigga?"
Exactly.
You actually are light-skinned on
That's
Instagram.
the same thing I said when
Yo,
he jumped in my DM
Oh,
too.
really? You're light-skinned on Instagram.
Oh, this.
I know, you're darker in
Oh, you's a filtering ass Negro, huh?
Nigga, y'all put the
No.
Damn, that nigga's trying to play my shit. I think, listen, okay, y'all tell me. Y'all tell me if I'm light skinned.
Yo, she said you light skinned on Instagram.
Episodes are out. I don't know how she didn't watch the episode.
No, I thought you was light, but it's okay.
Yo.
It's good.
I'm chocolate is better, B. I don't need to be light.
Man. So what's your favorite filter, sir?
I don't got favorites. I don't even know how to use it. You know, I don't even know how to use that shit. But cool. I'm light skinned.
Oh, man.
I think chocolate is better.
Light skin. Go on with the show, homie.
Continue, sir.
Yeah, continue.
Oh, I thought y'all niggas wanted to finish getting on me. I was letting it
No,
ride.
let it die out.
Nah, I'm done. I'm over it.
Oh, y'all over it? Fuck it.
I'm over it.
I don't know Lola,
I've
but
capitalized on the opportunity. I'm ready to move forward.
Oh, he light skin.
He light skinned.
Yo, we gonna send you outside. You gonna sit your tipsy ass down.
Send me outside. You know?
This nigga right here, he just talk shit all day.
So, Miss Lola, where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Born and raised.
All
Bed-Stuy,
day.
Clinton Hills, all that. Yeah.
Oh, Clinton Hill? Holla.
Oh, she from Breast-Stuy for real. Them niggas that
No, it's not Best Styles, Clinton Hill, bro.
They
It's
changed the
Clinton.
name
Yo,
to
see?
They changed the name to
See?
Clinton Hills. Now y'all get bougie
See?
on us.
A
Stop
little
it.
bit. My rent is a little higher.
It's
but
been
all
Clinton
good.
Hill for a very long time, by the way.
It's always been Best-Stuy, B.
No,
It's always been-
Clinton Hill is right next to Best
I read
Style.
both.
That's like
I
by
read both.
Tompkins Park, right?
No, Clinton Hills is like.
Clinton Hill is like over there.
Washington.
Myrtle, Willoughby.
Right over. The next hood over.
The next couple blocks.
We neighbors.
Oh, okay. I mess with you.
on Notion.
I did my homework on you though.
What you found out? Let me hear it.
Good things. I did my homework on you.
Okay.
And my homies had good things to say.
You know,
about
Brooklyn is this small.
Yeah. People don't know me like that though.
And
That's
when I
what
tell
you
know,
think.
You're gonna be like, okay, cool.
All right, offline.
Yeah. They lived in your building.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. She was a guest on the show.
Yeah, and somebody else. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool. I'm straight.
But they say you good though, so that's why we invited you to the show.
Thank you.
And we gonna have a good time with you today because I love what you had to say on your page, on your platform, and
What's
yeah,
your page?
Lola the Divine on Instagram. I also have. I don't like the word podcast. No offense to you guys, but
No, this
I
isn't a
have,
podcast.
What is it?
It's two niggas talking.
See, thank you, because I hate that fucking word podcast. But I have a live audio journal called The Pink Seat.
A live audio journal.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of white under that black, huh?
It's a whole lot of self-awareness and having women take accountability for their shit. So when they
Accountability.
when they sitting in the pink seat,
That's
it's
crazy.
about them taking accountability. So I'm gonna be the one to lead the floor. So the live audio journal is me talking my shit about my shit, and hopefully it'll encourage other women to take ownership of their shit.
I love that. I love that because accountability seems to be the kryptonite of the modern day woman in 2023, and people don't understand that there's no progress without accountability. That's where it all starts. Without accountability, there's no change.
Right, absolutely. So yeah.
So we gonna get into this episode with Miss Lola Divine, you know? So check this out, man. You know what we do? We go through these topics. I see something crazy on the day. First of all, they just said you could take cup of noodles and now put it in the microwave. But before we talk about the cup of noodles being in the microwave, did y'all know it wasn't named Cup of Noodles?
It's cup O noodles.
Cup o' noodles.
I thought it was Cup of Noodles all the
Nah,
time.
it was always
I-
cup.
Cup o'
It was
noodles.
cup o' noodles and cup o' noodles in the microwave. I've been doing since the early '90s, bro. So I don't know
I didn't
what
think that we wasn't supposed. What are we doing? Like, are we supposed to
Yo,
boil
every
the
time
water?
I had a cup of noodles, I just put the water
in it, and then you
Put it
put
in
it
the
in the microwave. There you
Oh, you
go.
were supposed to take it out the cup and put it in a bowl, like
No, you're supposed to
pot.
like boil the water
And then pour it in there
and let it sit for a
because-
little bit. But that don't feel like it's done.
When we put it in the microwave, that was actually cup of phthalates.
Cup of cancer.
Phthalates.
Cup of
Yes.
cancer. You right
Cup
about
of
that.
phthalates.
Yeah. So I guess you could put your cup of noodles in the microwave. Yo, a lot of niggas in jail probably got all kind of shit that happened to them, all kind of radiation poisoning. Because niggas locked up, that's all they do, eat cup of noodles,
Cup
bro.
of noodles, bro.
Yeah, it's like that on purpose. That's how they get the black man.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
They attacking us from all fronts.
That's kind of
They
crazy,
attack
man.
us from the air, from under the ground, from the food.
From the cup of noodles.
Lord.
A cup of noodles. But yeah, I guess y'all can eat y'all cup of noodles in peace. And yeah, enjoy that, man. I guess y'all can. Yo,
But then
you know, in
again-
6 months, they're going to say something else
But
different.
wait a minute. If they tell you to put it in the microwave, then that means don't put it in the microwave.
They got it. That sounds kind of crazy. In other news, this was kind of crazy, especially because of the holidays. And I wish these niggas would have came to me first before this even happened. They had 2 men arrested for stealing oxtail. They got caught. I think they got caught for something else, and they found like 40 pounds of oxtail in the back of their car.
Where'd this oxtail come from?
I don't know. It looked like it was in a supermarket.
I heard it was like supermarket, like raw oxtails
Yeah.
that they had 46 pounds worth. Oxtails are expensive. I'm gonna steal some damn oxtails too.
I thought there was a field of oxes somewhere that were tailless.
Yo, do me a favor. Anybody that got oxtail for sale for Thanksgiving and Christmas, holla at me. Just send me in the DM. Oxtail. You know what's so funny about oxtail, though, to be honest with you? You know, my grandparents came from Jamaica. And when they first came to this country back in the day, my grandmother always used to tell me how they used to go up to Connecticut, and because they used to like getting their poultry fresh, right? Poultry and meats and stuff fresh. So they go up there and, you know, the farmer, you know, I don't want to kill, that sound crazy, kill a cow and kill some chicken and stuff like that, and they would buy the parts. But she said the oxtail and the chicken foot, they would just give it away for free because they didn't think it wasn't worth anything. People didn't.
It was like scraps.
No,
No,
you
this
said
is here.
Connecticut.
It was like
Yeah,
scraps.
yeah.
Yes.
This is back in the days, like in the 70s and the 80s.
Damn.
So they was scraps. They would just throw that away. They'd be like, oh, here. They didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to deal with the fat, cutting it off and all that. And the chicken foot, they thought there was no use. But now y'all damn Jamaican niggas buy it so damn much.
$20 a pound for
20
some
That shit is
oxtail.
crazy.
Man, oxtail is like the most expensive thing on the menu at the Jamaican restaurant. I
You know
don't
what's a
even
good
understand
substitute for oxtail? Turkey necks. If you want a budget.
That's too much bones, B. Nah,
I mean,
it's too much bones. Too much
depending
little
on which
bones, bro.
oxtail you get, it might be too many bones there too. It might not be enough meat.
That ain't real oxtail.
But turkey necks is not a bad substitute. So yeah, there's that.
That's some real American shit she just said. You American?
I got family from Grenada and Nevis, but it's like 4 generations ago. So yeah, I'm
Okay,
first
you're
American.
You're American. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So other news. This is some entertainment news. Which I'm feeling crazy about. Like they saying Jonathan Majors, Kevin Feige came out and said that they might be they thinking about letting him go from all the Marvel series that's coming up. I don't know any of y'all watch Loki.
Loki, he's eating it.
Yeah, he's killing the characters, bro. Like
Yo.
I don't even think nobody can even play that character on the show. Cause he's so many different characters, so many different versions of himself.
Right. So many different variants of himself, as they say in Loki.
But I mean, forget his level of acting talent. How about the fact that the man's being penalized for something that's been proven to be untrue? How about the fact that the young lady who accused him of whatever, now she's been arrested because it turns out that he never assaulted her in any way, and it was her that assaulted him. So why is he still being penalized?
Yeah, I don't think anybody should be going to jail until they, proven guilty. Like your job shouldn't even be taken away, because there's so many different variables. But what do you feel?
So I think I heard something that she wasn't arrested because it's been proven that he didn't do it. She's being arrested because she did something also. But to be fair, if they fire him, if they let him go, and then come to find out all the charges are dropped based on what his contract says, that's a hell of a lawsuit.
Not necessarily.
Why not?
Not at all, because at the end of the day, it's still at the company's discretion. A company can fire you for absolutely no reason. To be
That's why I
honest,
said it's based on a contract, though. What did the contract say?
the contract states that a lot of those Hollywood contracts are just basically anything that makes the company look in a bad light. Believe it or not, whether he's found guilty or not, the fact that it's all over the media is reason enough for them to let him go.
Yeah, that sucks, because he really is killing it. I mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a dope actor. He's a dope
He's
actor.
killing that. And Disney was also supposed to release a movie. I forgot the name of the movie. This December.
They pulled it.
Him in
They pulled it.
They pulled
Oh,
it.
man.
Yeah, they pulled it.
And that's I don't know.
Sometimes it's best to stay with the home team.
I don't think it has anything to do with that because
I
sometimes,
think there's a cultural
sometimes,
disconnect that maybe sometimes if you stay with people that are a little bit more reminiscent of your moms,
Well,
they'll be a lot more understanding.
I've seen a lot of people reminiscent of moms do the exact same thing to black men. So I don't think that it has anything to do with that. I mean, unfortunately, I think it's just a situation that people get emotional and they do things in the moment. You understand? And then once they calm down and they come back to their senses, it's like sometimes it's why did I do that? Or sometimes people are just malicious.
Well, I do agree with her in a sense of, I don't know if it would have got front page news like that if it was a black man.
Oh, in that aspect,
Yeah.
I can understand where you're coming from. I was talking about the whole occurrence of the cops being called, even though he's the one that called the cops. I was just talking about the whole incident itself. But I can understand what you mean as
Yeah,
far
I think
as
it's more so on that lens because how many times do you see the white woman tears
Yeah,
getting
of
this
course.
big grandstanding moment where if it was me, no shade, they would have kind of swept it under the rug.
You
So.
could just beat your ass.
Right, and they would have been
I'm
okay.
joking. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's funny.
I can't believe you said that.
What?
That was so insensitive.
Oh gosh.
For all the women out there that have been through domestic violence.
Oh, here we
Just
go.
edit that part out.
We not edit nothing, man. Listen, Lola, we crack jokes on here.
Don't have me get canceled before I even got started. Shit.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to, it's just your discretion, Suave. Whatever you want to do.
These are them put on
Suave
mute.
said, I'm letting that go.
Yo, get a green screen and
Yo, in other news, so the other celebrity news, because this is a good segue into some of the stuff that we're about to get into. I don't know if it was just a recent interview with Jeezy and Nia Long.
Nia Long.
Yo, Nia, I told you the time I met Nia Long?
At 50 House.
Oh my God, B. I was talking to her. First of all, I was with somebody that was at 50's house. But she was running around doing, she used to work directly with 50, so doing whatever she was doing. And I had to sit at this table, and I talked to Nia Long for like 30 to 45 minutes, bro.
Wow.
And I was awed in how beautiful she was, but I didn't know it was Nia Long.
You what? Wait.
I didn't know who she was.
When
But
was
I'm
this?
sitting, this is years ago, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to her and she laughing, but she frustrated about some other stuff that's going on in the background. I won't get in her business, but she was frustrated about something else. But I'm making her laugh through the frustration. You know me, I just start cracking jokes and we having this great conversation. I just can't believe how bad she is. And then my lady friend walked past and said, Nia, Fifth wants you to blah, blah, blah. And I said, Nia. And then it came like true, like, oh shit, it's Nia. This is
Did
Nia
you
Long.
ask her? You said, wait, Nia?
Nah, I ain't want to play myself like that. Like I ain't know her all that time. I just fronted. But Nia, you're still bad now, and I know that nigga cheated on you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here. But anyway, Jeezy says in the interview that real men don't cheat.
No, he said real don't cheat.
He said, I was trying to clean it up. You know we can't be playing with
No, but I mean, I think that there's a different distinguishment between real and real men. I think that's two totally different
Talk
things.
about
That's
it.
not always the same thing.
All right, well, whatever he said, but he said they don't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And I know me and you was talking about some things earlier. What do you feel about that, man?
I feel that real don't cheat. I feel that real niggas, if you don't want to be there, that you'll just leave. I mean, me personally, bro, I'll just leave. I don't got time for that. And it's for several different reasons. For one, I got 3 daughters, and I don't want to do anything to make my kids look at me sideways. For 2, the bar that I set for myself is always, can I say that I'd be happy to see any 3 of my daughters to walk through the door, my front door, with a man just like myself? You understand what I'm saying? And if I can't say that I would, then I think that we all have improving to do and we all have work to do, then I think that means I have more work to do, So, and for me, it's to each his or her own. You understand? However people want to operate, that's on them. But for me, and lastly, also because I like my peace, bro. And because I like my peace, I ain't got time to be having anxiety every time that the phone go off. Like I like to be at
It
peace.
sound like you can't handle bitches, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, in my opinion, this is what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Jeezy got married to Honey Girl. What's her name?
Jeannie Mai?
Yeah. Got married to her, did the whole spectacular thing, the wedding and all that, and it lasted 2 years.
You already see where you go with
My
this.
thing is, whether the nigga cheated or not, it still was the same results. So it doesn't matter. It was still over in 2 years. If he probably would have cheated, he probably would have stayed there a little longer because he had a peace of mind somewhere else. So listen, to me, I hear you, the real niggas don't cheat shit, but real niggas still got real problems in his home with his chick. So listen, either way you go, it's still
It's still not
yield
gonna
the
last.
same result. Like,
Yeah, but I think the not cheating. See, for me, the not cheating thing has.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I think that the not cheating thing has more to do with the man than it does the woman. You know, like I don't cheat because of me. It's and I know this is about Jeezy, but I'm just saying I think when he say real niggas don't cheat, because I watched the interview today and he was talking about integrity. You understand? So I think for him when he says real niggas don't cheat, I think he's speaking more to that man facing himself in the mirror rather than, you know, for the sake of the woman.
You jump in.
I mean, so the reason why I have my show is because I think iron sharpens iron, and I speak to women about they shit. I can't really speak to men about what y'all do. I'm not a man. I don't know whether real niggas cheat, real men cheat. I've been cheated on. I know that much. I've cheated before. I know that much. But do I know what? I agree with what you're saying. I think there's a level of integrity that all people should have as to if you don't want to be with them no more, don't be. But sometimes
Shit happens.
shit happens. Sometimes it's cheaper to keep them. Sometimes you can't just leave because there are children involved. Sometimes bitch is bad. I don't know, but I don't speak to men issues because I'm not a man.
And I will say, I think the whole not cheating thing is something that you sort of mature to, right? I think that, I mean, when I was younger, all of that cheating stuff made sense to me, you understand? But as I got older and I matured as a man, it just didn't make sense anymore. And once again, it's not me judging what anyone else chooses to do with their life, to each his or her own, but for me, it just got to a point where I believe maturity is to really begin to understand what's important, right? Two things cannot exist at the same two things can exist in the same place at the same time. It's against the laws of physics. So once you value what's not important, you automatically don't value what is. You know what I mean? So as I've matured and I began to really understand what's important, what I think is important, that whole infidelity thing just really isn't worth anything to me.
That's beautiful.
This shit sound like poetry. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway,
Nice.
anyway, like I said, nigga, they still yield the same results. So for me, listen, man, Jenny Ma, if that nigga would have cheated on you, you probably still be together. He probably would have had somebody relaxing his ass while you was stressing his ass out, and he probably would have came home and they would have been straight. So that's my opinion on the whole subject. So I hear you. It sounds good what you say though. It sounds.
I mean, but
Sounds very eloquent.
okay, no, but in the same breath, because I don't want people to confuse you saying it sound nice as saying that I'm not being true. You've known me for a very long time.
No. I'm not saying you're not being true. See, I don't want to get into that because I want to go to my other topic because I want to argue with you in front of our guests. I just feel like, I think my bigger problem is all these people every week you hear what a real man is. This is a real man. This ain't a man. Everybody keep talking about that they're not a man, but nobody is perfect out here, right? So in that one area, but a nigga go sell ass full of drugs and still be a real man. A nigga go do some grimy shit to his man and still be a real man. A nigga go do this and still be a real, like niggas gotta make up their mind. Like a man and a woman is something that is always you forever growing into. Forever, all your life, you forever growing into a better woman or a better man or worse man or worse woman. I don't think there's no one hardcore, this is what a man is. This is what a man is not. Like, it is what it is, bro.
But also, I think that's part of the problem today is that we don't set a bar for people to aspire to. So you have to be able to state, look, these are the guidelines that we should be reaching for, because if you don't set guidelines, then people just coast, bro. They just wander with no direction.
But I disagree with you as well, because everybody bar ain't your bar. Everybody ain't trying to reach where you trying to reach.
But that's what I just said when I was speaking.
Yeah, but everybody ain't trying to reach, so you can't be a nigga. You can jump in anytime too. We gonna keep going. This I didn't want to start.
This is entertaining.
Right?
Come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody bar ain't your bar. Everybody's bar is different. So that might be your rendition of a real man. Then you're a real man to yourself. Then this person, real man, might be something totally different. And I gotta respect his shit just like I gotta respect yours. So
why is it in the hood, right? We have the OGs and we kind of like follow their lead to a certain standard, but then when it comes to us being civilians or not being in the street, there's no bar. Isn't there a bar that's being set by an OG in the street?
what do you mean?
So like, I don't know much about gang life, right? But Stanley Tookie Williams, founder of the Crips, was there a bar set for what you had to do to be able to be a part of his organization?
Of course.
If there was a bar set
Crips.
for that type of life, why is there not a bar set for regular humanity? I do think that there needs to be a bar set.
I think-
How many times are you guys going to co-sign a nigga being a deadbeat father by still hanging out with the nigga that's a
I don't
deadbeat
got no
father?
deadbeat father
Not
friends.
saying you.
I'm
in
just saying. I
particular.
just want to be this big.
Would
All my
you
peoples
hang out with a nigga that's a
take
deadbeat
care of their
father?
kids. And any one of these niggas in here could tell you, I would get on you if you didn't take care of your
Then
kids.
that's a bar.
Right?
There's a standard.
But that's my standard. Somebody else might go hang out
But
with
if
a
you
nigga.
get on them, how can you get on them if that's your bar? It's not for you. By
No.
what you just said, it is not for you to
That's
hold
my-
them accountable to
No,
your
no,
bar.
No. I would get on them because that's my, like you said, it's my bar. So I would tell, like, that's like giving somebody game.
Then that's
right?
the same as me
But
saying that real niggas don't cheat
No.
because that's my bar.
That's for you. That's for you. But I'm saying to
Started
you,
some shit.
what I'm saying to you again, me saying that to somebody else, that's still my bar. Nigga don't gotta take what I'm saying. He could be like, yo, that ain't for me. And I could be, all
But
right,
if we
cool.
ostracize some niggas, maybe the bar would rise.
If you ostracize people, yes, but then you got to do it in every area. See, the problem with what you're saying is people only ostracize people in one certain area. Because guess what? Whatever he might, I could say a bunch of things I know he ain't comfortable with, and other niggas would do something totally different. So if you want to ostracize, you got to ostracize, atomize, and do it on every level. And we not doing that.
But
No, we're not there yet. We
but
could
you,
do it.
I was just about to say, you have to begin somewhere,
of
though.
Islam is certainly there.
Just because you can't achieve perfection doesn't mean you don't hold people accountable.
No, I'm not telling you that. Because we hold people accountable all the time for sucker shit. But what I'm saying to you, everybody ain't the same.
I agree with that.
Everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't come. Yo, just being a West Indian from, well, I'm from here, but my mother and father from West Indian descent and his parents from the same thing. We different in a lot of different ways from, you know, some of our American counterparts. But that's the standards and shit that we was raised with. Everybody, sometimes my American friends, I could be like, yeah, they just do shit differently. Like, they ain't like us.
But this is the thing, right? Like you always talk about culture and tradition, right? I had DM'd you something a couple of days ago, which was the new female prime minister of one of the countries of Africa is actually outlawing
Genitalia mutilation.
not genital. It's not that. She's outlawing teen marriage.
Oh, yes.
She's outlawing that. No more young 16-year-old girls being married to grown-ass men, although that has been the culture for hundreds of years, right? Now, what we have to realize is tradition isn't always right. All tradition means is this is what we've been doing for the longest, but that's a characteristic of life that we can always improve on what we've been doing because as we grow, as we mature, as we learn more, sometimes we look back and be like, yo, what the hell were we thinking?
Right.
That was fucked up. You understand? So just because we're used to doing things a certain way doesn't mean, because once again, like I said, everybody has the right to live their life as they please. It ain't for nobody to judge nobody. But if out of love, if you see someone doing something and you truly care for that person, I think it's your responsibility to go.
Tell him, yeah.
Yo,
Just like I would get on a nigga that's not taking care of his kid. But like I said, you could take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
I agree.
Right? And I can still love a person and still be around a person through their flaws.
Of course.
Because hopefully, in time, they even see in my example and what I do, they do something different.
Not to mention people learn in their own time. You can't force.
You can't force that type of shit on
The
them.
quickest way to lose a friend is to try to force someone to do something force somebody to do a change that they're not ready for. You understand what I mean? But in the same breath, once again, I think that's part of having love for somebody is holding them accountable and wanting them to be better.
So real quick, since we're talking about just going and wanting people to be better, you know, we've been talking about a lot of different things as far as relationship, and the reason why I was so happy to have you on here because I saw your platform and I saw you talk about a bevy of different relationship topics. And, you know, some things I agree with you, some things I didn't agree with you, but I just love your voice and how you spoke to things. You know what I'm saying? You know, we talked about, I think in the last episode, Mo, about taking care of your woman or your wife. And we had a conversation.
Paying all the bills.
Paying all the bills. We go 50-50. And we had a discussion, should you take care of, like, pay your girlfriend's bills? You know what I mean? Excuse me. So I guess the opposite question for you is, have you ever taken care of a man? And what do you feel like, if you have, what do you feel like that breeds from a man? Do you think that could be successful, or that's something a woman shouldn't do? Should that be off the table, in your opinion?
Yeah, I've never and when we speak about taking care of, like paying all the bills, doing all the emotional lifting, the financial lifting, yeah, I've never done that. I've never taken fully care of a man. I have gone 50-50 before. I have contributed to the household in more ways than I would want to do now, because I want to live in a different era, but it's not for me to judge anybody. If that's what you choose to do, I think that's where we kind of like start dipping into unnecessary waters, when it's like, oh no, you shouldn't do this. Do what works for you, baby. It just don't work for me. I'm not taking care of no man. Not at this big grown age. One man I'm taking care of is my 16-year-old son. I'm taking care of him. I'm taking care of my daughter. But I'm not taking care of a man. And then I don't think that works. I think that there's a form of emasculation that comes when you try to take care of a man and reverse the roles that are traditionally given to us. I'm a traditional girl. I want to allow you to be the man, and I want to be able to be submissive. How can I live in my feminine space when I'm doing masculine work? And I don't even want to take out the trash. When I'm living with a man, I'm not taking out the trash.
You know what's so crazy? And at least you said it, because most women, they want a man that's, going to be a provider and protector. But they don't want to be submissive and live in their feminine ways neither. They want their cake and eat it too. A lot of women I talk to, they want the other shit, but they want what they want from men.
They don't want to submit.
And they don't want to do what they got to do. The other end.
But I also think that a lot of those women don't even really understand what submit means.
Right.
I always say that a man may lead, but his woman is who he follows, right? Because it's an exchange of power. You understand? So to submit to that man literally only means that you give that man full trust. That's all submission is that I trust this man, and I believe in him, and I'm gonna trust that he always has my best interest at heart. It doesn't mean that we're not gonna discuss what direction this relationship goes in. It doesn't mean we're not gonna discuss where our life is gonna go. All it means is that at the end, if I disagree with him, I'm gonna trust him enough to let him make the decision. That's all submission means. But a lot of women think that, submission means, I have to be his slave. It has nothing to do with that.
That's not what it means. However, there are a lot of women that have tried to do the submission role, and it has backfired. So a lot of the times when you're saying women want that masculine provider, they want that man that's going to lead their family in a positive direction, they're so bitter and scorned by the times that they followed men that were not capable of leading, that they don't really know how to let go of the reins.
I think that's part of my issue too with people in this relationship. Like, I really don't ever try to bring what I had from my past relationships into my current ones. And I think a lot of women do that, right? Sometimes, to me, they do that. They always bring what happened to their past. You ain't ever doing that to me again. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I don't understand why people just don't move on with the new person that they're going through, whatever they're going through with. Like, I'm never gonna let you pay for what somebody else did to you. Somebody else hurt. It's not gonna happen.
That's beautiful of you. You've clearly done the work to kind of like grow through that. Everyone hasn't. Everyone isn't journaling. Everyone isn't in therapy. Everyone isn't paying attention to the patterns that are making them choose the same type of man. Because in reality, if you chose somebody different, if you realize that what you did prior wasn't working and now you chose somebody different, there wouldn't be triggers to make you bring those past emotions or feelings into this new relationship.
And you also have to understand that it's not always that simple. Sometimes that person has gone through that traumatic experience where that reaction becomes a reflex, right? It's like you walking down the block and one day a piano falls from a roof and lands on your head, right? So now, every time you walk down that block, your reflex might be to look up. You understand?
All I'm saying, I'm just gonna bring it back up. Then there ain't no real man, no real woman.
Because
they ain't learned from them. No, I'm just
Oh,
bringing
okay,
up
what do you
bullshit.
mean?
And I always say that, like,
Because
you're not even fighting me. You're fighting
You're
the
fighting
ghost
yourself.
of your past.
Then
Like,
then you shouldn't be with nobody. Then.
I mean, and that's fair to say
Don't
too.
stay-
That's
don't
fair to
stay-
say
stay
that
by
you should
yourself
probably
then.
be dealing, in therapy, doing some type of self-reflection for you to
Because-
not make those same choices.
because-
but that's not always the case.
It's-
You still want to
because
get
if-
fucked.
it's a roll, it's a roll of the dice
yo, but-
because as much as none of us are Jesus and we can't heal nobody,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes it takes for that good person to come into that person's life to show them different and to
yeah.
give them a little bit of
They
hope.
drive you
And
crazy.
don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's a roll of the dice because you can be as good to a motherfucker as possible and they can still revert back to their old ways. But it's a roll of the dice, bro.
Listen, bro.
What I
like-
will say is that men do the same thing, right? Because, I wouldn't have said it if you didn't say a lot of the women that I know. Okay, well, a lot of the men that I know bring their traumas into shit too. We all do that. It's not a masculine or feminine
I'm
thing.
not- I'm just saying-
People that are
I'm-
hurt, they don't know how to release that shit, and they
It's
bring
like
it
what
into
you
other
said.
things.
I'm only talking about my experience. I don't know your experience. I'm only
Right,
talking
because
from
you've never,
yeah,
dated a man.
yeah. I'm only talking about from my experience. I don't know nothing
So
about
there's
that.
nothing in you, be it from your childhood, not even in relationships, but there's nothing that you've brought with you in
I don't know.
intimate setting.
I think I have smoke for people that did stuff to me in the past. Like, so if I'm dealing with somebody that did something to me in the past, I'm still dealing with them. I might have PTSD from that person. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I bring that on. But I'm not perfect either. I'm not sitting by any means. I think we all got our thing. But if that's stopping you from growing, we all got bumps in the road. But a bump in the road and stopping from growth is two different things.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But you have to understand that it becomes their norm to the
Right.
point where they don't even see that it's there. I think that that's the biggest problem with healing is that people they normalize their wounds so much that pain it doesn't hurt anymore. So they just go through life with that wound there, not even realizing that it's there for them to heal it.
Yeah, but I agree with that. But at the same time, if you're getting the same results over and over, then you got to look yourself in the mirror.
Right. That's
And
the
then you
Of
got to
course.
go, yo, listen, I got to fix this or I got to stop dating.
And it goes back to what she said, lack of accountability, because
and
a lot
also lack
very
of self-trust.
Yeah.
You don't trust yourself.
Hold up.
It really don't be about the partner, right? If I've had issues in relationships in the past and now I'm dating somebody new and he's doing something that's a little bit off, 9 times out of 10 it's because I don't trust that I'm making the right decision this time around because I've always fucked it up. I'm clearly new to another relationship. So now, is it me? And then you start second guessing yourself and that shit can cause anxiety that you then bring into relationship.
Yeah, I agree with that. But, we had the conversation with Homeboy last week where he was telling Homeboy, you shouldn't date a woman until you financially can take care of yourself and take care of her, whatever he was saying. Then people shouldn't date people. See, we talking about the finance, right? We shouldn't date people until you fix yourself. You should. If he could say that, I'm just saying.
No.
If he could say that,
I get
right?
you, but if that's the case, we live in a single world, bro. Because
mean-
because everybody's damaged.
100%.
Everybody's
100%.
I
everybody's
literally said
damaged.
that on my last episode that maybe because a lot of the times women are dating for purposes other than getting to know somebody,
Correct.
really trying to build with somebody. This whole thing about he can't take me here and he can't do this for me. If you were dating with the intention of you actually liking somebody, those superficial things wouldn't matter. But you're usually dating because you're hoping that a nigga sets you out, that he pays some bills, that he, give you what you're not able to give you. And in reality, if you just were struggling, maybe you shouldn't be fucking dating in the first place. If you're that hard up to where you have to have a nigga give you $500 in order to take you on a date, perhaps you should probably check your finances and stop dating for a bit.
It's so funny that you say that because I always say the solution to all of this, all these dating issues, it's as simple as, just date people that like you.
That's it.
It's
Date
because
people you like too.
people that like you make sacrifices
Sacrifices.
for you. You understand
trust me.
it's that simple. Date people you like and date people that like you. Like it's that simple. Because if I meet a woman and she's telling me I got to pay a $500 fee to take her out on a date, you obviously don't like me.
No, she could be broke too.
No,
And both can
because-
be true at the
Both
same
can be
time.
true, bro.
Bruh, you and I both know the woman that likes you
Go
will
with you
take
for
a
free.
Funwa bus from Boston to come to New York
Yes,
because you had 30 minutes to spare.
No, hold on, time out. That's not always true, Mo. Because this is put it like this. Say if it was like a Drake, right? women get on the bus for Drake because they think the opportunity's going to be
I was about to
there
say, has
at-
nothing to do with her liking him.
But they
though.
don't like Drake
No,
either.
Has
They
nothing
know
to do
that
with her
nigga.
liking him.
No, but she thinks the opportunity is on the other
Yeah.
side. So people also, what I mean is, people also would put up with a lot of bullshit because they trying to get what's on the other side of the rainbow.
But that's having a motive. That's not
Yeah, it's
that's not
the motive
genuinely
of
liking
getting
someone.
money.
I'm
It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
talking.
saying, but,
Yeah.
they both kind of go hand in hand
That's
with
but
each other.
but that's the transactional thing too,
Right.
because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you have to understand that she's gonna go through those extremes to see that person simply because she feels that she's getting something out of it.
Yeah.
It may be something as simple as taking a picture for her Instagram while she's with him, but she feels that it's worth it. So it's still transactional. What I'm saying, as far as the person that likes you, the person that's genuinely into you,
They gonna do anything.
bruh, they just want your time. They
Right.
just want to be in your presence. You understand? It doesn't matter
Is
if.
that a woman thing or a man thing?
Both.
I think it's both.
It's both. When
I
a
think
man
it's
likes
both.
you, he's going to sacrifice. When a woman likes you, she's going to sacrifice.
And that's
I
why.
think I want
And
what I
that's
want,
and that's
regardless
why
of
when
what.
women ask
Are you going to
me,
make sacrifices?
Yeah, I go to some place that I don't really want to go to for her.
That's it. It's something as small as that. I
yeah,
don't
like,
want to be
yeah,
here, but I'm going to
I
go.
want to be here. Like, I'm not going to this girly shit, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch the girly movie, and I really want to watch.
You
the
know, you be
Marvel
watching
movie.
Housewives of Atlanta with your girl. You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
don't. Yeah, I would do that. But somebody ain't like, get out my house.
but that's
Right.
but that's why, like, when women say, should I? Is it okay if a woman sleeps with a man during the first date, or should she wait 30 days? And I'm like, listen, the man that likes you, you can sleep with him on the first day. He's gonna call you the next day. The man that just wants to sleep with you, you can make him wait 6 months. After he sleeps with you, he's not calling you.
He's not calling
Like,
you
that's the
regardless. I tell
reality.
women it's no time. I tell women all the time that.
It's-
There's no time because I know you're a pretty young lady. I know you have dudes that's been from high school still trying to get it today. And if you gave him the opportunity to get it, he'll take it for a little bit and be like, you made me wait too long. I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And be
That's
gone.
why you never give it to a nigga that you made wait too long. That's
You know what I'm
another
saying?
story.
Yeah, but that's how men are. So the time thing, when I tell women, that shit don't mean nothing.
I will
'cause
tell people to wait. I tell people to wait not because it has anything to do with whether he's going to leave or not. I tell people to wait because if you have not already recognized this man's actions and patterns, and then you give it to him before you even know who he is, and now things switch up. Baby, did it really switch up? You just didn't know him. Now you sitting here in your own anxiety trying to figure out if the nigga left you or if really he just is busy all the time, but you wouldn't know because you fucked him too quick.
I,
see,
I,
I
I can
just-
agree
I-
with that, but I think there's no formula to it. I think you just go with the chemistry. Like, if it feels right, you know, because sometimes it feels right
Chemistry
and
is
it is
fleeting.
right.
Chemistry is
Chemistry
fleeting.
can be
But
fleeting.
wait a minute.
Can be fleeting because we both know the only thing that you can't fake is energy.
Right.
You
But
want-
energy and chemistry are two different things. When I'm thinking of chemistry, I'm thinking of
You mean the spark?
That, yes, that immediate. I want to give it to him. That type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is fleeting. After that, after you've gotten it, then what? Do you even
But
still
see,
like him?
hold
Was it
on, time out.
good?
But see, this is where I disagree with both of y'all just a little bit. And I'm just talking about from a man point of view, just talking to some of my fellas, right? A man, he will show you everything that he got. You'll never know who he is till you get the call. You're not knowing nothing who he is till you get the snaps, B. Because once he gets, he's gonna be everything. It's gonna be on both sides too. Because some women would act like, I don't like you like that in front of
Right,
you.
until they get it, and now they in love.
And now they in love with you. Now she calling you every day. Yo, you didn't call me all the time before. Why you texting me 100 times? I don't think people know each other. I say this all the time, Mo. I think there's 4 things that people don't know each other until they do. Until they could be in a real serious relationship. One is having sex. Because I don't think women show their real, true personality. I don't think men show their true personality until they have sex. So you have your first argument. Because you don't know if this bitch crazy, she gonna come bust up your windows, or he gonna choke you the fuck out.
That's a heavy argument.
Yeah, adversity. Somebody get broke, somebody down on their luck, something happening, and then this person can't bounce back, can't move past adversity, and see even living with somebody and be in somebody's personal space for a minute. Cause then you find out, yo, she don't even wash her ass like that. Like she come here smelling good, but or the nigga don't. He go to his crib and the bathroom got the ring around the tub and all that other. Like you don't really know people
Right, until those 4 things.
until those things happen, bro. So we make these decisions. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna marry this person. You ain't never really went through all this stuff with a person. Then, because I hate the last thing I'm gonna say. I hate the person that be like, well, we never argue. Because I've been in a relationship where I never argue.
That's not a
That
good
ain't a
thing.
good
But when it happened,
That's not a good thing.
yeah, and then when something happened, I was like, who's this person? Like what I'm dealing with? Like
But that's another thing too that I always want to know. I want to know and I want to be able to see how do we handle conflict. You understand? That's why I don't agree with that whole honeymoon phase thing, 9, 10
Really?
months, a year dealing with some. No, I need there to be some type of conflict. Because
How soon do you need the conflict?
it's not that I need it. It's just that whereas some people may look at that as a red flag, I appreciate it because what that shows me is can we communicate? How do we treat each other when we're not on the best terms?
Right.
You understand? Are you going to give me the silent treatment for a goddamn
Stonewalling
week?
you all day.
Yeah, or
I'll be guilty of that shit sometimes.
yeah, like.
But I do that because I don't want to say the wrong thing. And I know sometimes if I'm in my feelings, we should probably speak in person because maybe if it comes out in text, it won't come out in a loving nature I mean it. So I'm going to give you some space because maybe you need to think and I need to think.
And that's fine. You understand? But there should still be communication. There should be a text, hey, you know what? I'm not giving you the silent treatment. It's just I think that it's best that we speak in person because sometimes things
Absolutely.
get lost in translation. You know, clarity is very important. You know, I always say there is nothing more torturous than uncertainty. You understand? So when you have that person sitting there not knowing where they stand with you, like that's
a fact.
torture.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's as simple as just giving them that text like, hey, look.
But that still goes back to what you were saying about sleeping with somebody too quickly. In my opinion, there's a level of uncertainty because you don't know that person. You don't know who that person is, so you are going to feel uncertain. And many
I know
women
better after you give
have
it to me,
felt like,
so just give it
you
to me.
do, but how many women you know, as soon as they have sex, they like, so what are we? Girl, I don't know
Oh my
you.
God.
I don't know you
Oh
yet.
my
I
God.
don't know who we are. Listen, I'm going through that right now. But anyway, listen, Suave, real quick, Suave. I thought that was Suave right here with the Avery
I
shirt.
thought this was a person, but that's just
She said I thought that was a person.
I thought that was Suave standing right here.
crazy. Oh, he right there.
Anyway, yo, Suave, I'm going to get into the next couple of topics that, you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah.
So real quick, y'all, I want to get into these next because that was some great conversation real quick, but I want to get into this next crazy stuff that I just want to address. At least I think it's crazy. So Sexy Red has a new lip gloss line coming out.
I
don't know if y'all-
heard this smells like bad breath.
No, listen, look, I don't want to tell you the flavors of this.
Oh my God.
No, I want to hear the name.
They flavor lip glosses, by the way, and I just want to know how she know how this stuff tastes like. But
Is
anyway,
there one called Punkash?
there's one called Coochie Juice.
Oh, great.
It's called Booty Hole Brown.
Nah, bruh. Tell me you lying.
Sex on My Period.
Yo, bruh, tell me you're lying.
Hold on. This is a good one. Nut.
That's the name of it, just nut?
Nut. Gonorrhea.
I didn't tell you it
Hold
smells
on.
like bad breath?
Hold on, wait. And Yellow Discharge.
What? And somebody's supposed to put that on their lips.
Lips.
Yo, bro, I think they are pushing the levels of decency to see what we're gonna let them get away with. I swear to God.
Yo, them flavors are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
No,
You know,
how do you
I
say
kinda
yellow
blame-
discharge and flavor in the same sentence and not throw up?
I kind of blame Erykah Badu for this shit. You know what I mean? Remember when she came out with that incense that smelled like her panties?
Yeah, but that's cool.
Is it?
It was.
That wasn't-
It gets lower
No,
and
yeah,
lower.
but it got, this is a whole
This
new
is
low.
bottom of the barrel. But
That's a whole new low.
But guess what?
You know what those flavors are? Horrible.
Horrible. You stupid. Guess what? Get out of here. Anyway. But guess what? There's something to combat Sexy Red, so we got hope.
Who?
And what's
There's
that?
a new condom that just came out that could tell you if a person has. Let me just go through these right here.
Ooh, really?
Has all kinds of diseases. So if the condom turns green, it's chlamydia.
Oh my God.
If the condom turns yellow, it's herpes. If the condom turns purple, it's HPV. And if the condom turns blue, it's syphilis.
Now let me ask you a question. I need to know.
If it turned red, is it AIDS?
I-
That's the AIDS color. You
But
agree with-
I
Yo,
also
you got this.
I also need to know how long does it take for it to change colors?
'Cause how long
Because
you
I
been
know
in
these
it?
dirty ass niggas gonna throw it on. They gonna do it for 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, no color and take it off. These nasty.
I didn't think about that one. Because I'm definitely with niggas that gonna take it off.
Yo.
I'm like, look, man, they got no color. I'm taking mine off.
Oh my God, bruh.
So whose condom is this?
I don't know who
Your
condom is.
brand?
They just,
It ain't Magnum.
Works for like mad years now.
yeah, they say they about to come out
Yo,
with the
so
condom.
so my question is this. So you throw on the condom, you start having sex with the young lady, and it changes colors.
What you gonna do?
Do you stop or do you continue?
I think we finished first.
No, hell no,
That's-
bruh.
yo,
You
that's-
already, it's already dead, my nigga. You might as well.
Oh,
you know, you jump
nah.
out.
Yo, bruh,
have to finish,
I'm
bro.
not going to be able to stay around.
Well, right,
Definitely,
what are you
all
gonna
right,
beat
so
her
you're
ass?
right.
Like, what's gonna happen?
You're right though. I might not be able to stay around. I might see. Cause you ever got that wolf smell? From
Oh,
the chick?
come on, don't.
And it should just go whoop. Like,
Wait. So what happens if the man is the one with the
I guess
STD?
I
Is
guess
it gonna turn color for him?
On the inside?
Right,
I
like
don't know.
it's
It didn't
how,
say.
what if she be like, bitch, it's you? It ain't
Hold
me.
on. You know what? I think it's a color, but it's an arrow. So that if the arrow's facing this way, it's the woman, and if it's facing that way,
Well, Mo,
it's the man.
Whatever the condom.
Don't steal my goddamn idea,
I'm about
y'all.
to say,
I'm about to
whatever the condom-
trademark that.
Whatever the condom idea, see, I gotta go to Mo.
Right, 'cause
Whoever
he
did
got-
this condom, you gotta go to Mo to put the arrows, cause that's a good thing. Cause we gotta let you know who it came from. Who it came from, cause it doesn't say who it came from, bro. Y'all can keep that. Listen, man, I'm glad I'm about to be 47, cause I don't think. I was just gonna make a decision to go to young girls too.
I think I'm
Why
gonna just
would you
move
do
to
that?
Jupiter.
Why would you want the younger girls?
Cause I be outside now every night, and then all it is.
All of them is washed up.
It's just young girls outside. There ain't nobody my age. So.
So you going the young route now?
Not after
What's
Sexy
young?
Red
What's
and
young? I need to know.
shit.
I need to know
I
what's
know you
young.
ain't talking. Don't start with
I'm
me.
asking you
How old
what's.
you
I'm gonna blow up
Me?
your business.
Yeah.
head.
We the same age. We separate 5 days, born the same year.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, please stop.
But wait. I'm asking you what age range is young. I'm curious.
Yo, I don't know yet, but I'm.
But and what you mean? What this got to do with me, bro? When you ever seen me date a goddamn young
Oh,
chick?
this is stop. I know your business.
What you know? When the last time you seen me date a young
I'm not-
chick? I'm not saying that I haven't dated young chicks in my life, but when the last time you see me do this, bro?
Stop. Don't let me start on the show.
Get
Stop,
the fuck
stop,
outta
stop,
here.
Stop.
All right, but the
He's
question
gonna be saying,
is,
he's gonna
what
say
is
snitch
young?
town with style.
Y'all 47. What's young? 25, 30?
That's why I'm asking him. What's
I don't
young?
know, but they out there, bro.
What's
And
young?
and
But
it's
that's why I'm
crazy.
asking you. What's young?
I don't know, man. I'm probably
that's the
go.
thought.
We had a long time. My daughter 23.
Yeah, you can't do
So
25.
so I was like, but it's only 20 years up there now. 25,
Oh.
28, 20. Yeah.
Maybe you need to start hanging out in different places.
Nah, when you go outside nowadays, everywhere you go to these brunches, you go to these shows. That's all this.
That's
out
not
there.
true, bro.
That's what I'm telling
Brunches? No, there'd be a lot
son.
of grown women at brunch, bro.
Nah. I went to your spot last week. It was no grown woman in it.
That's because the grown woman was hanging with me. Wait, you went?
Yeah. I stopped by last week.
Nah, anytime I've gone
And
there.
guess what? We was at where we was at last week, 2 weeks ago. We was at Chap House eating.
At the Chop House?
Bartender hollered at me. She 20-something years old. Yo, everywhere I go, as a kid, it's just, I don't know.
How would your daughter feel if you was dating
My
a 20?
daughter
She
have
wouldn't give a
fit.
damn.
No, my
Exactly.
daughter have a fit.
What, 28?
If she dated
If you dated a
25,
28-year-old?
26
Oh, 25? Yeah.
25, she definitely have a problem.
I mean, my daughter's 25 years old. But
Damn, y'all started young.
No, I had my daughter at 24.
Oh shit, I started young.
Yeah, what you talking about? But I don't know. I be seeing all these old white boys. They do it right. They be 60-something. They
We ain't-
dated
but
30,
we ain't-
25 years.
see?
Leonardo
But-
DiCaprio.
see,
Yeah,
that's
but you
how
gotta
they
pay for
started
that.
getting BBLs.
You gotta
What
pay
the
for
white
that,
people do
though.
is what the white people do, bro. What that got to do with us?
You're right.
And you gotta pay for that because Leo, what's his name?
George Clooney?
No, not him.
Oh,
Who just
Al
had the
Pacino,
baby.
Al Pacino.
Yes, had the baby at 80 years old, and now
I think he's paying
split up.
150 grand a year.
Yo, you gotta have money. You gotta pay to play with them young
That's
girls.
true.
I'm not having no babies. I'm using the yellow the condoms that turn all the colors. That's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not having no babies. And other news, real quick. So Laurie Harvey is back on the scene again. She, her and Damjan Idris is calling it quits. Yo, bro, you gotta chill
There
out.
goes
with the
that
noise shit
news
in the
van
background,
again.
bro. This nigga over here, me. You gotta chill out, bro. All right, yeah. So Laurie Harvey is back on the prowl. She gonna look for her next victim because Damjan Idris and hers over. Well, she got like what, a 6-month sting with a nigga?
like
Yeah, but they said their
contract.
breakup was mutual.
No, but I feel like it's a contract. I feel like she is a socialite that dates, and I don't know whether she's sleeping with the man.
You think it's PR?
Yeah, I think she is. I mean,
Might be.
she's her mother's child, and with all due respect, I love Steve Harvey. That is Uncle Steve, but she is learning how to play the game, and she's young. She shouldn't have to be tied down. She can date a bit.
I'm not the fondest of Steve Harvey.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
She's young. She don't. What?
Why should she be settled and tied down to anybody? She doesn't have to be.
I don't understand when people say that.
You got a daughter, right?
I have a 6-year-old daughter, a 16-year-old
Yes.
son.
You see, for me, when I hear, maybe because I look at you right in some sense, but then when I think about my kid, it's different, right? So sometimes it might be good for somebody else, it ain't good for mine, right? Like in my mind, that's how sometimes it just.
Well, you know what I always say? I always say the truest measure of right and wrong is what you would want for your children.
Well,
Right,
I will say
I don't
that
want
when
my daughter with 10, 15 different niggas
You
in
don't know
in
whether
1 year.
she, but we don't
I
know
don't
whether
give
she
up-
slept with all of the men, right?
She giving up that box, B.
She's not Black China. I think Black China was giving up the box when she was
Man,
contracted
come
out
on,
with
see,
all these men.
you
But
guys, you
don't
talked about
necessarily
accountability
know
as soon as
that.
you came on. Be accountable.
Yes.
Be accountable.
Woman, where's your accountability?
I'm just saying we don't know what
She
she's
giving up
doing.
that
What I
twat,
know
B.
is for myself. For myself, I had my son at 19. I was married at 18. Hell yeah, I want my daughter to be better than me and not get married so young and be able to have a selfish
So
life,
question.
a single
So let me,
life.
but now let me
Yeah,
ask you a
probably.
question. Now let me ask you a question. Would you feel the same if your marriage would have worked out and everything would have been straight? Would you have felt the same?
I would have wanted her to take more time. I wouldn't have wanted her to do it at 18, 19
No, I'd
years
be
old.
lying.
If you want,
If
for
your
me,
shit
me,
worked out, you would have told her.
me personally,
Yes.
yeah,
Get married. Yes,
me
you
personally, I have 3 daughters, right? I have a 4-year-old, I have a 19-year-old, and I have a 25-year-old, and I just want my kids to find love. If they find love at 18, if they find love at 19, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You find a good person that you can spend the rest of your life with. Because even my 19-year-old, I sat down and I had this conversation with her because me and her mother broke up when she was, I think she was like probably 7.
Okay.
And I remember when we split, and my daughter at the time, I was in a relationship with someone for 4.5 years, and my daughter loved this woman. And when we split, I remember my daughter cried, you know, and she was about 12 at the time. And I remember I sat her down and I said, listen, I need you to understand something. I said, I know that you watched me and your mother be together, break up. You watched me and such be together, and you watched us break up. But I need you to understand that this is not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to meet someone, you fall in love, y'all get married, y'all spend the rest of your life together. I don't want, just because you're watching me go through these ups and downs, for that to basically warp your perception of what it's supposed to be. And I think that that's what a lot of us do, right? I think it goes back to the conversation we were having before, where it's we kind of build our perspective of what life is from our bad experiences, not realizing that that's all they are, bad experiences. But it doesn't mean that the other side of that doesn't exist.
No, I didn't say love at a young age doesn't exist. I have a friend now, 2 friends that I went to high school with. They've been together since we were 16 years old. I'm 30, about to be 37. They've been together for 20 years. They have 2 beautiful children, beautiful careers, a beautiful home. I love that for them. That is not always the case. And I'm realistic enough to know that's not always the case. That level of maturity that women already have on top of men, having that and then growing into a certain field. I'm not who I was at 18 years old.
Correct.
There's no way that relationship that I had with my son's father could have ever grown, because as far as I've surpassed him, we would not have ended up right. However, I would not have gotten myself into a marriage that was unequally yoked. His family wasn't like my family. The dynamics and the mediocrity that he's content with living with is not what I wanted. And had I had waited long enough to get to know myself, I would not have been married to that
But
man.
see, but that's the thing. I don't think it's about telling your child not to marry young. I think it's about helping your child learn to decipher what a man who is ready for something like that is. Because I think that that's a big part of the problem with females. It's not about that there are no good men out there. It's just that women aren't good at deciphering who's a good man and who's not.
I think women have to fuck men for a minute. No offense, right?
No, he wants women to fuck men. So
I definitely do. I definitely
I'm
do.
more concerned with teaching my daughter how to figure out who she is. Like I said,
Definitely.
I'm 36 years old. Within the last 6 years is when I've started figuring out who I am. So before I'm ready for her to decipher what a good man is, I want her to decipher who she is. Because then when you know who you are, you're able to attract somebody equally to you. That's what I mean. So if Lori Harvey, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why she's doing it. It looks like it's
she said, I don't know why she's doing it.
I don't know why she's doing it, you know, because shit, Michael Jordan is a fucking catch. Or is he? Damson Idris is a catch, or is he? Just because these niggas are some, movie stars that look like they're doing the right thing, does that mean that they're doing the right thing?
Question: do you? Not to cut you off, Styles. I'm not sure if you study the Church of Kevin Samuels, but
God rest his soul.
God rest the soul of the Godfather. But do you believe in the concept of the female sexual marketplace value and it declining as a woman gets older?
I believe that's a societal thing. I believe we create these unfair expectations and circumstances, and that kind of falls in line with the whole Cheesecake Factory debate. The social media expectations on what we should and should not accept is based on what we are saying we're not going to accept.
Okay.
So Beyonce's mother got married at 60. Are you saying that Matthew was the only person she slept with? I don't believe so. I believe she was
No.
very discreet in it. It doesn't lessen her value because now she's divorced and she gets married another time.
But because Beyonce's mother did it and it worked, I mean, would
I'm
that
just
mean
using her as
would
an
that mean
example.
that we're using the exception as the rule? Because nothing in life is 100%, and even though 90% of the time it may work out, it may not work out. 10% it may.
Nothing is going to work out 100%.
Exactly.
But what will work is that you choose yourself every fucking time. I'm going to bet on me every time.
No, I'm just listening to y'all. I just let y'all go on for a second because if you go back to our beginning of the conversation about, what's a real nigga or real man, right? It's so many different variables that y'all just came up with, and that's to my point earlier, right? Like I was like, just because a real man, somebody would say real men don't cheat. It's so many different variables, a different type of people y'all just described. It's too, you can't identify once again what's real and what's not real, right? But I want to speak to this, what you just saying. I'm a dude that I date, and I date several women at a time. Sometimes I date just one. You know what I mean? Until I desire to be married though, right? Mm-hmm. But with my daughter, he could tell you. I talk to my daughter about everything. I don't hide nothing about who I am from my kid. She knows what's happening with me. She knows what's not happening with me, with who happening, and she know, you know what I mean? But then she got her mother, which me and her mother is like best friends, right? Her mother's married, got a successful relationship with her husband, and then she gets to see that, right? And I think that we both taught, not only we both taught, because I won't even say we both, I would say the village. Whether Moe was a part of my village, whether my brother, my mother, the village already's been teaching her who and what she needs to be, and she's been figuring out who she needs to be in that same thing. Because she'll tell me, Dad, I'm never dating a guy like this, or do this what you do, or what mommy do. Like, she already know what she wants.
What the standards are for her.
Right? So my thing in that, saying that, then only thing I got to tell her, yo, this is the type of man that you should have, right? And these are the qualities from me that you should take from me that I think you should have. But there's also qualities from your step-pops. There's also qualities from your uncle.
As it should be.
And you need to figure that melting pot out and figure out what you need to be. Because now she can already identify, kids know what the fuck is happening, right? They know what's happening out there. They can identify, nah, I ain't doing that. Or how many times your mother did something or your uncle did something? I'm never being like my mother. I think one of the reasons why I'm in my daughter's life the way I was, because my father wasn't there with me. So I identify I didn't want that for me, so I didn't have that for my daughter. Right. So I think if your daughter is probably going to be fine, and I think you got to be concentrating on what type of guy that you need to have in your life. What type of men are right for you?
I think those are conversations to be had, but I still feel like the most important part of it is her figuring out who she is. Because only then, once she knows who she is,
but I'm just saying that come in growth. Like, I think that come through you and the village that's around her.
Right.
She's going to figure that out in time. Maybe some women don't have that. I'm not saying that you, because some brothers don't have that. They don't have that village or those people around me. Well, I always tell people I was always grateful because God always has blessed me with putting older statesmen in my life. Right. No matter how wild and crazy I might get, I still know Big Unc watching me over there. I can't, or I could, a lot of us don't have that. But if your daughter has that, I think she'd be fine in that. I think most daughters would be fine in that because they got him. They watching him and what he does and his standards, and they also learning on their own. And I think if you in your kid's life, they're coming to their own.
Because for me, what I just try to stay mindful of is society has become so self-centered. Right? And everyone is so focused on me. And in the midst of trying to teach my child to grow into her own, I also always want to remind her of the importance of creating that community. The importance of marriage is important.
Marriage is very important.
You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't be out there just dating people for sport. Like, I mean, yes, while you're young, okay, I get it. But at the end of the day, understand that dating it isn't a hobby. It's supposed to be a means to an end. You know, and I just think that today it's like dating is so transactional. It's just something that people kind of do because they're bored.
Yeah, but that again, why? First of all, in 2023, why are you bored? You haven't even tapped into yourself enough to find fulfillment in yourself, and you're looking for it in others.
In
That
others.
goes back to me saying the work starts with me. Once I figure out who I am, what I need, how I can be the best version of myself, only then am I even able to give the best version of myself to somebody else.
Correct.
I don't think Lori is thinking anything of that, and I don't really find a problem with it because, again, like I said, she's young. She's figuring out the things that y'all are figuring out.
How old is she?
now? I think she's like 26. She's a kid. She might even be younger than that.
I
How
don't
old
know.
is
She just with too many niggas so far. And for me,
But why is that fair for us to say that she's been with too many niggas? Wilt Chamberlain fucked
Oh,
2,000
that's
plus
Wilt.
women.
I think women are totally different from
Kevin
men.
Samuels has so
Listen,
much
You
shit
know,
to say
you
and
know,
God and some pussy.
but you know,
come on,
but
y'all
you know
holding
what's so
women to unfair
you know what I
standards.
think women don't understand?
Tell me some
I
societal shit.
think well, no, it's not even societal. I think that women think that men put these limitations on them because of the fact that we think that they're below us. And the truth is, no. It's actually because we hold y'all up on this fucking pedestal.
How about y'all hold yourselves on a pedestal?
We do.
When we talk about submission and we talked about leadership and following somebody that we trust, how about we lead by your example? How about you lead by example?
Of course.
And actually, I mean, now
I
at
totally
47,
disagree. I
at
totally
47, you
disagree.
guys are different. But back then, y'all fucking everybody, and then y'all.
I think we totally different from women, B. And I just think we totally different. And sometimes it's sad to me because for me, I never desired to do anything a woman does.
A woman does.
What women does. So hold up, time out. Wait, I never desired to be that. I never desired. I want to be like her because she got it easier here. I want to be like a girl.
I want to wear a skirt.
Too many
Niggas wanna
women
wear skirts.
desire to be like to men. Yo,
I want to do what men do. Why we not?
because you're different. My
Even
mother
though you're
was
not
different.
you're not designed.
You're not designed. We're
designed
not
for it.
designed the same, and
We're
that's
talking
cool.
about sex that has been given
Yeah.
equally to the both
This is
of
what
us.
I'm saying to you. It's not designed the same. And even how you receive spirits the way, like when a man ejaculates, he ejaculates. Nothing really comes to me like
A
that.
soul tie is
No.
equally transferable.
Nah, it's not all. Not now. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something so crazy. And the naysayers who out here could prove it. You ever seen HIV, the disease, right? Let's take it from that. At first, in the early '80s, HIV was known as a gay man's disease, right? The reason being that because some of the fastest ways to transfer HIV to a person was from the buttocks because
It's so thin.
the lining is so thin and you
Straight to the
it
bloodstream.
goes straight to the bloodstream. The next way was a man giving it to a woman because he ejaculates, he goes into a woman. Now, a man catching it, not saying that he can't, because I don't want to mislead. You can't catch it you can't catch it on the first time, but most of the time, you got to do it a couple of times. And niggas don't go out
A
there
man
and
can't have sex with someone that's HIV and not contract it.
because it has to go to that small.
Unless
hole.
a lot of times it's unless he has a cut on his dick or something like that.
right.
Yeah.
And the reason being because HIV is not airborne, right? So as soon as it hit the air, it dies immediately, right? The next other way was intravenous drug use and then mother to child from breast milk to breast milk, from breast to baby. You know what I'm saying? And at that time they didn't test the blood back then. What I'm saying to you, women are usually more susceptible to things with their vaginas. There's a whole different makeup down there. And my point being, men are just totally built different than you. We don't think the same. All we do, and Mo might disagree, but for me, men look to conquer and take this woman down. And we know through history and through time that men used to had many women.
No, I don't, bro. I don't disagree.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just
in
letting you finish
any.
point. So what I'm saying to you, when I look at I can look at my father and some other stature and be like, oh, okay, he a man. This is what men do. Like my mother, my grandmother, I would never hold to those. Like they just totally different.
If you fuck 2,000 women,
A woman
who
can't.
are the women that y'all are fucking? Women are obviously fucking. That's always a
So you
question to
think-
me
so-
when men are saying that women are held to a different standard because they're so.
So let me ask you a question.
Let
So
me ask you a question.
so you think it's
What
cool
I'm
for a woman to
saying
fuck
is-
2,000 men?
Absolutely
That's-
not. But
that's what I'm asking.
2,000 women are fucking Wilt Chamberlain. Somebody's doing the sex.
That's all I'm asking.
So
And guess
y'all
what?
are saying that it's okay for y'all. Now I'm not saying it's okay, but you're saying that it's a different standard because men are able to conquer. That's their.
No, it's not
That's
that.
what he just said,
how
right?
about
But
okay?
what
But how
I'm
about
saying is,
this?
then who are you conquering?
But how about this?
You're
How about
fucking
but
somebody.
how about this? The women want the man that 2,000 other women want, that 2,000 women fuck. A woman wants that. A man doesn't want a woman that 2,000 men fuck. That's the reality.
It is.
Because we are designed differently. We are designed differently.
We're not the same, bro. But
We
y'all keep
are.
wanting to be us. I don't know.
I don't think the conversation is about women wanting to be men. I think the conversation is women want the freedom and equality to be who
But
they
we will
feel
never
like
be.
doing.
We will never be equal because we are. And when I say equal, I don't mean our value. What I mean is we are designed differently. So we will never be equal because there are things that a man can deal with that a woman cannot, and there are things that a woman can deal with that a man cannot. A man can fuck 2,000 women, and guess what? He'll be laying in his bed smiling, feeling
And not
like
even know
he's
their-
more of a
not even
man.
know their
A
names,
woman
but don't care.
And let's be honest. A woman will fuck 2,000 men, and when she's alone by herself, fucking cry because she knows. She knows that shit eats at her fucking soul. Like, that's the reality.
Yo, nigga don't even remember her name.
That's still,
You know what I mean?
that's
Chicks, I don't
more,
even know
that
they
speaks
name.
more on a man's character, though. That's really
No,
what it boils down
that's
to.
what
is-
you use. But that's what.
Right, but what I'm saying
It's
is,
like, hold
what
on.
I'm saying versus what you're saying, you're telling me what it is, and I'm telling you what it is for me.
No, I hear you. But it's like love language, right? Because love language, you love people. You learn how to love people how they need to be loved, and you love them how they need to be loved, right? That's love language. You only seen it from your love language perspective. A nigga, a dude over here, he don't give a fuck what you think. That's all. Like, I don't care if you feel like that says a lot about me, because I'm gonna go outside and still go do what I'm
And
gonna do.
so when I talk about women having that liberation, I'm not talking about, yes, girl, go and fuck 15 niggas. I'm telling them the same way that you don't give a fuck about what they think. Stop moving your life based on what niggas think. And I'm going to say that. And if you decide to fuck
just
100
talking-
niggas and you're protecting yourself and you're doing it with a sense
I'm
of
not telling a
mind,
girl. I'm not telling a girl go fuck 100 niggas.
I'm not telling her to either. I'm
I don't
telling her
think-
not to give a fuck what you think.
Because guess what? Women, they run down, bro. And guess what? I see it all the time. I tell this nigga all the time. Every time I look at girls that I grew up with, they run down after a while. All that wear and tear on your body, niggas get better. And you know that. You got a bunch of girlfriends that's probably washed right now. Like, yo, it's like,
I don't have no girlfriends.
Yeah, all right,
that
cool.
watch. My friends are representations of me, and I'm pretty
Whatever.
fucking good.
Whatever. You got a bunch of girlfriends that's washed. You got a couple niggas that was ugly.
Every
duckers.
female got a whole friend. Got at least one.
I ain't saying I have a whole friend. I said my friends ain't washed. All right, it's a
Listen,
difference.
and you got a couple of dudes that you know from grade school. Now they look like, yo, this nigga was look how he growed up and matured. What I'm saying to you is, if you have 100 niggas up in you, you gonna let niggas run you down. Men
Yeah.
don't get run down like that.
Men
they
get
just
run
keep,
down.
No,
Y'all
we
just don't think y'all get run down.
That's
y'all
what
put,
you-
Y'all put on a nice outfit and some fucking jewelry and
Y'all
think
do
that
too,
I can't
but y'all
see
just
the
look
demon
busted.
seeping through your fucking spirit.
Hold
But I'll even put it on y'all because no woman wants a man that no other woman wants. That's the reality.
That's
No,
kinda true.
don't
That's
yeah
kinda
me.
true, 'cause nobody
Don't yeah me.
See, and I don't want my chick to have 100 niggas. I don't want.
No,
I
man.
wanna-
How would you know that anyway? Do you ask the women that y'all are with how
No.
many niggas
Now,
you fucked?
I'll be honest though. I do want my woman a little seasoned
Experience?
in their back. I don't want no virgins, none of that. I
Right.
want
But
none
I'm
of that.
asking you, how do you know how many women? How many men she's fucked
I'll ask.
anyway?
I don't ask. I don't. I don't. I don't ask. I don't ask that question because my heart ain't that strong.
You be done fell in love with the bitch, and now you found out she done fucked the whole.
Yo,
Like, come
bro.
on, man.
I don't.
I don't have a problem
What do
asking
you,
that
how do
question.
you ask that question? I've never heard a man
No,
asking
because
that
we
question.
ask that question when they ask
Real
me,
niggas don't ask that
Oh,
question.
Yes, they
that
do.
question.
Because when they ask me, I ask them. That's how I ask. I don't go ask them. They be like, yo, how many people you been with?
Real bitches don't ask that
Yeah,
question either.
women
That's
ask
not
me
my
that.
business.
And guess what?
And yeah,
when they ask me that,
I don't understand why a woman asks that because
because
they
you get
ask
your
me-
feelings hurt, ho.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
ask that question.
And I tell them some crazy number, but
and we in our 40s.
no,
Our
I'm
numbers-
talking
our
And y'all
numbers are
started when y'all was like
crazy.
14. Get out of here.
Yo,
numbers
yo,
are retarded.
I don't even know my number, bro.
I give them an estimate, 5,000.
Right.
Yo.
Oh my God. You worse than Will still. But like the movie Chirac, right? The Chirac was the Spike Lee movie where they were warring. The two gangs on opposite sides was warring. So the women decided, in order for us to stop the war, we not giving up no pussy. That was really the whole synopsis of the movie. So if women collectively decided we ain't gonna be no hoes, we not fucking 100 million niggas, then y'all wouldn't get no pussy, and we would all live in harmony.
Men will kill. I think men will kill everybody, bro. Men killing the women in it, everybody. They're gonna be too angry. Yo, they saying the first time in history, people are not paying for their car payments, man. Like in history, is a record high of people not being able to pay their cars. Times is getting hard out.
I mean, bro, listen. I always say it shouldn't be this hard to merely exist, bro.
exist.
And let me tell you, and I think that we're kind of a bit naive, right, to what's really going on out there. And it's simply because, fortunately for us, we are in that low percentage of people that make over a certain amount of money. Yo, bro, can you imagine that there are people that really live on $30,000, $40,000 a year in this world,
Yo, son.
in this city, bro? Like, I can't even imagine
Those
that.
people are also eligible for food stamps, Section 8,
No, you're not.
low
No,
affordable.
you're not. Not
What's
30.
No,
What's the threshold
you have
for
to be.
food stamps
That has to be
now?
the poverty guideline.
Wait, 30,000 is not
Food
poverty?
No.
food stamps. You got to do. You got to make no more than $200 a week.
Damn, nobody got stamps no more. I be trying to buy some fucking stamps.
Damn.
Yourself.
Yup.
Shit. Somebody give me
We
some
got
stamps.
it. Yo. Anyway.
Yo.
Anyway. Another news.
I'm gonna hit y'all up after the show. Thanksgiving's coming.
Hey, listen, leave me alone. We better go find that nigga with the oxtail. But anyway, so Saucy was having I feel so crazy saying it like that. But Saucy
You
was
calling
having,
a man saucy, bro?
That's his
That's
name.
his name.
That's crazy.
Saucy, see, stop, man.
Saucy.
Saucy said 10. All right, Swab said say the whole thing. Saucy said It do sound crazy when you say Saucy. It sounds crazy. Sorry, Saucy said 10. But Saucy said 10 was arguing with Academic. Told Academic he'll beat his ass and all that, and then F him in the booty hole. Right? So Academic is upset
Whoa.
now.
He was crying on TV.
Academic is upset because he feel like if he had said that to the LGBTQ community about something like that, he'd have did that, they would have been on him, they'd have canceled him and everything. Which I kind of feel like he's right. Cause they would have came for Academic would have been no more if he said that.
If he said that to a woman, she could have called the cops and he could have got arrested for that.
Right?
Because that's
So-
threatening rape.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy. So, if we're going to be equal out here, we got to be equal on all sides of the fence.
So he should have pressed charges. He could have done that. He could have most certainly pressed charges.
could have pressed
He
charges.
got
But what
on
he did,
social
though-
media and cried.
Yeah. But what he did, though, he did call WAC 100. And WAC 100 called a
called-
bisexual guy, I think.
Yeah, he called.
Another bisexual guy to go fight Saucy Santana.
Who is Wack? How is he involved in so much? Like, who is this man?
Yo, man.
I don't feel bad for
He has
him.
connections in the gay mafia. Because he called a gay hitman.
Yeah, he did.
I don't feel bad for Academic. I'm not an Academic fan.
I'm
He
not an
talks too
Academic-
fucking much.
it doesn't
He's always
matter, though.
arguing with women.
That's like-
Right. I will say that he could have pressed charges. He could have called the popo.
See, and that's why I don't like, because, right? Because,
said both.
Hold up, time out. Because, like Moe said, if that was a woman and somebody said, yo, I'm going to beat you up, I'm going to rape you. Even if I don't like her, I'm like, yo, I don't feel bad for her because the nigga say you're going to rape her. That sounds crazy.
But then again, that's still.
No, it does not sound
But then,
crazy. It's
but then
reality.
again,
You wish rape
a
on
man,
somebody?
a man and a woman, that's two men.
No.
That's the
right,
only
because you want to
difference.
hold us to separate standards, and now I can't say the same shit. Let me clarify what I'm saying.
You want Academic to get poked in
I
the
don't
booty.
want him to get raped. I want him to feel how it feels to hurt somebody's feelings the way he continues
Yeah,
to
but
pick
rape
at
is like-
women.
yeah, but-
Fuck that. If you was about to die right now and you were all ready to go to heaven, but you slapped the shit out of a nigga, guess what? You're going to hell. So it doesn't matter if what he did,
Oh,
his
shit.
sin outweighed the
You
other
going to hell
sin.
for slapping niggas?
It's a sin is a sin is a sin.
That's
Is it not?
You're not going to hell for
Why
slapping
not?
niggas.
Why not?
You
If-
trying to, come on.
Listen,
you going
if you
irate now.
fuck with somebody on this end, you can't be mad that somebody fuck with you on that
Yeah,
end.
but I'm not never gonna wish rape on like a woman.
Well, we talking about rape
Chelsea
and we
should have
talking-
wish rape on Academic.
But I will say, I ain't heard Academic this fucking quiet in a long time.
I've been talking, but
He should have called the cops.
that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. You should.
I mean, it is
No
kind
man butthole.
of it is kind of weird that he talks tough to my son and he talks tough to all these other men.
He got real
But-
scared with that one.
But he's so afraid,
He
bro.
should've-
He's
he
so
should've-
timid.
He should have went in the ring with him.
I mean, because Saucy could fight. I actually heard something like he got shot for beating the shit out of somebody.
Listen,
Yeah, Saucy a real nigga.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I know nothing about this. I know nothing about this.
Okay.
Like, this confuses me.
I'm very confused. Anyway, do you think it's okay? Do you like to kiss?
I do. When I like the person, I don't just kiss people.
Would
But
you
when
give-
I,
The way you looked in her eyes when you...
Yeah, I did.
like
when
he
you-
wanted to kiss
Yeah,
me.
like
I
the
know.
way he looked in your
I kinda
eyes
felt
when he
that
asked
too.
that, I'm like...
I don't know why, but yeah, I'm
We
sorry.
was there with it. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on over here.
I'm sorry. I did gaze at her real quick though. I'm sorry. Oh Jesus. Anyway, I don't even want to ask my question no more.
All right, I'm gonna look straight. Go ahead, ask
that's
the question.
So you ever gave somebody head without kissing them? And have you ever ate somebody coochie without kissing them?
I'm about to say, who you asking that to?
Both of y'all.
No.
I do that. I've done that before. I don't kiss girls I don't deal with like that.
But you go down on...
Like I probably went down on them because that's the only way I could
He said because
like that's
that's the only way you could
got the coochie like
set it off.
Yeah, I had to set it off and get like 2 licks.
Yo, this guy's crazy.
Yo, this is stuff niggas don't really talk about.
You know what it is?
They don't really talk about this type of shit. Like I'm talking about it.
It's so crazy how much things have changed, right? No, seriously.
Especially West Indian men. I was surprised,
you think back to when we were teenagers,
Give it a quick
and giving head was the ultimate thing that a female could do, right? Like, I mean, that was like the ultimate level of intimacy.
Yeah.
And now giving head is like shaking hands. Like, this shit is weird, bruh. This shit is weird. Like, I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think both are very intimate and should be reserved. Kissing
Because-
is very intimate.
Because I know females that say, "Oh yeah, I'll
You
give
can
head
reserve
before I
no
give a
head for me,
nigga.
bro.
I'll give head before I'll give a nigga some ass." And I'm just like,
A lot of girls.
I know a lot of women that feel like, yeah, you give a nigga some head, that's nothing. But what I'm saying is,
I'm
when,
addicted
when
now
we
to that
were
shit.
coming
Like,
up,
I can't stop.
when we were coming up, like a woman going down on you was like, that was like she gave you her soul. Yeah, it's just crazy the way things change. I don't know. I think kissing is intimate. I think going down on someone is intimate. I think sex is intimate.
Yeah, it is intimacy. Into me, I see.
That-
That's what Ayanna Van Zant used to say.
Oh, into me, I see.
Okay, so even asking that though, should you be a freak in the bedroom with your husband or your dude? And the reason why I'm asking, because study says, why are you laughing?
Because what study said it?
I'm
Start
just
with
saying,
that.
I'm just saying, look, study says, I saw the study. All right? I saw the study.
The center of East New York.
I'm dead serious. I did see the study. Study says that relationships last 5 times longer if a woman give up the back door. I'm just saying that's what they say. I can see that being true though.
Why?
You know why I see that being true? Because I think sex could get stale, right? Like if you've been with that person for several years, and the more you try new stuff, it probably spice up the bedroom.
The only reason
That's why I be jumping off the dresser when I jump into the coochie. Now I'm about to die. That's what I do, son.
the only reason I could see that being true is I don't know, maybe it causes the man to feel more dedicated to the woman because he feels like she's giving him every part of her being. Like that's the only way I can see it
He always come
correlate.
on some mystical.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That
That's
was
some
beautiful.
real
No,
poetic.
That's the only
all of
way
it.
that
feel
I could see that
That hole is
correlating.
tighter, so it's just better. I don't know. It just, you know what I mean? He got a new hole to play with, but that's it. The next is the nose hole. You know what I mean?
Things getting stale is maybe the relationship is stale. Because but again, I haven't been in multi-year relationships,
But
right?
bedroom can get stale. If you don't try new things, you just sitting there doing one thing every time, and
But why does it have to be like? Why do you have to continue to do new things? Like, if you really like the person, if you're in love with the person, it could be something as simple as y'all going to the bar.
You see what you
role
said?
playing.
If I keep taking you to Red Lobsters every week, You
I'm
want to
never
do
going to Red
something.
Lobster.
They say you want to do something. Look, she want to do something new already. She didn't even go to Red Lobster. What are
I-
you talking about? You
But
sound crazy.
I think long-term relationships are like ups,
have their
downs.
ups and
I think
downs.
you got times when the sex may die down a bit, and you got times where it ramps up. Like I don't think it's on a constant,
Right.
like all throughout the entire relationship.
But he's talking about needing to do different things to keep it up. And I'm saying, is there no, maybe not a balance, but there should be a baseline. Is the sex good or not? And the sex being good or not is usually based on the level of connection you have with that
Correct.
person.
Correct.
Are you talking all day? Are you communicating? Are you sending pictures? Are you teasing him the way you used to tease him when y'all first got together? Are you just walking around naked all the time and he has nothing to really look forward to? Like, it's more than just you having to be excessively freaky to keep him in.
Now let me ask a question. Do you think that things staying spicy in the bedroom is more on the man or the woman?
Both.
Or do you think
think it's
that
both,
or do
bro.
you think it's equal?
It's equal.
First of all, I think dudes put in more work than women.
Well, you would think that because you're a man. You don't know how much work women
Yeah,
put
this
in.
lady
You're a
with your
woman.
legs
Yo,
up.
I saw something on Instagram that said men cheat because it's easier to get outside pussy than the pussy in your house.
That's probably it, bro. Sometimes. She said, huh? Look,
That
see?
shit had me dying, bruh.
Yeah, I think men do a lot more work, probably the work, unless you got like a freaky chick that do some. And I think men are more. I'm gonna speak to my, cause I spoke with the To me, and Mo, I think you would probably agree with me. Wife, you don't do that many freaky shit with.
Why?
You don't.
Why?
Yo, it's
They
crazy.
just don't like. It's like sometimes like
It's
Is that not who
weird.
you're
I don't
supposed
want
to
to
do
nut in your
these things
face and
with?
just
It's
slap you with the
weird.
penis and shit. I can go. do that
It's
shit.
fucking weird,
Like you don't want
bruh.
to do crazy shit with
It's
wifey.
fucking
Unless you
weird,
meet her on that type of time and she with that and y'all owe. But it's hard, like when you just, yeah, it's hard to kind of.
And you know what's so crazy? It's
You do
like
it to
it's,
somebody
it's
else,
like it's like a
That's-
catch,
that's the
but it's
crazy
but it's
thing,
like but it's like a catch 22, right? It's because of the fact that, and this is back to the thing that we were talking about: men sleeping with 2,000 women, women sleeping with 2,000 men. A man always wants to think of his wife as this pure thing, right? And although she's his, it goes back to this putting her on a pedestal. It goes back to this valuing her so fucking much. And it's just like what goes on in Islam, right? A lot of people think these women are oppressed and not understanding that these men want these women to stay covered because they think that you're too valuable to allow the world to see every bit of you. You know, so whereas people think it's because the man doesn't value the woman. It's actually because he values her so fucking much. You know what I mean? Where it's like, no, you're too valuable for me to do this to you. Yeah, it's
And look,
weird.
and I
This
said,
shit is
but I said the same thing. But that's going back to what you said. Even with your kid, when you got a daughter, like I can see something for somebody else, but for my daughter, it's like,
Yeah, that's different.
See, but it's the same thing.
I
It's
just
the
feel
same
like the
thing.
person that you are committing your life to, you said that real men don't cheat, but there are things that you want. There are things that sexually satisfy you. And for you to be able to get that in your lady so that you are not tempted to cheat or go anywhere else, why not experience that ultimate level of pleasure? with your
I
lady?
agree, and that's why I asked you the question of if it's on the woman or the man, right? Because a lot of women don't understand the fact that when it comes to that, a lot of times you got to bring that out of your man.
What, bring it out of him thinking,
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't slut my lady out?
Yes.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yes.
Because sometimes certain women, I think, especially if you're doing certain things a certain way with your woman, she don't all the time want to step out of the norm like what y'all do. So if you be like, yo, take it in the butt, like it's something like crazy, she be like, we ain't doing that. I ain't never. She may not want to do
You
that.
could say that a little sexier.
I'm not saying that you gotta say that.
Take it in the blood.
I'm just saying she may not want to try that.
Yo,
like who you trying?
I don't know. We just did this saucy Tantana topic, and you keep talking about
Yeah,
this.
you know something? I'm going to my next topic there. I'm not. You're not gonna put me. You're not gonna play with me, bro. Not today. Not today. Not with Lola on the team. Not today. Not today. I ain't even play with you. Oh, do you think nowadays women are taught how to treat their men?
You know, I was raised by my grandmother. My grandmother was
Shout out to grandma.
46 years older than me. Rest in peace to my grandma. My grandmother was single for the entire time I was alive. She had eventually gave up being in a relationship. She felt like I could do bad all by myself, XYZ. And I didn't get a chance to see what a healthy relationship looked like. I didn't get a chance to see her trying, her failing, none of that shit. My father was with somebody for a long number of years. He was with her out of convenience. She cooked, she cleaned, she took the kids to school, she did the laundry, but they were not in love. They didn't sleep in the same bed. They didn't sleep in none of that shit. I was not taught how to be a good woman to a man. I was taught what I didn't like. I didn't want a nigga like my father. I was taught by my grandmother that I don't want to wind up dead and alone or in my last moments and not having a partner to live with and only having a house full of cats. So that has allowed me to accept more shit than I probably should have if I would have seen something different. I've had to kind of figure this shit out myself. I've had to look at love from the places of the Huxtables or, you know, Philip and Aunt Viv. I've had to look at false relationships to try to find out how I should be dealing with a man. So I do agree that a lot of women, maybe I can't say a lot because my story isn't everybody else's story. I know for me, I was not taught how to treat a man.
But I think that's part of the problem. I think that when it comes to what the bar is, what a man should do, I think it's very clear and concise. A man should protect, a man should provide, a man should take. But I feel like as time has gone by, we are no longer holding women liable for their responsibility. Oh, a woman doesn't have to cook. She's not a slave. Oh, a woman doesn't have to clean. So what does a woman have to do? What does she have to do? There is no bar set anymore.
I think that it's one for men is more than you just protecting and providing
we
and
always
paying
told that,
bills.
though.
Right, but now in this generation, I feel like we're asking for a little bit more emotional connection than just that, right? Because women are also making more money.
just want too
So
much.
I want to lie. Women are also
I'm playing with you. I'm
making.
just
I know women are making more money now. So at that time, we weren't able to go out and work.
No, I
so all
understand.
you could do was that, and all I could do was cook and clean. But now the roles are reversed. If you are a stay-at-home, say for instance, my daughter's father, we had to go 50-50 on shit. I was working a 40-hour a week job just like he was. At that time, we were making pretty much the same amount of money. Why the fuck am I the only one cooking and cleaning in here?
No, I understand, but what I'm telling you is,
I was very upset.
but what I'm telling you is that there's a constant with what is required of a man, right? Although this is just the vague, the 100,000-foot view. Provide, protect. There are no standards like that for women.
There are standards like
Like
that for
what?
women.
Like
the
what?
women that I know are still cooking.
I'm not
for
talking
their
about.
husbands.
I'm not talking about the women.
But
I'm not talking
whole.
about. Wait, I'm talking about as far as society
Say,
is
like, the shit that you hear every
concerned.
day.
What do they say? Everywhere you go, they'll tell you a man has to provide, a man has to protect. What are the things that a woman doesn't have to do anything anymore because now
There's nothing that said.
there's nothing.
Be accountable.
There is no standard for
I
women
think the
anymore.
standard
You know
is
what the
that
standard
women don't
is?
have to be
You know,
performative
no,
to
you
be
know what the
loved
standard
anymore.
is? The standard for a woman now
said
is
answer
love
the question.
is love yourself and find the dude that's going to be good to you. But there is nothing about what you have to be to him.
And where do
You still not answering the question.
Okay, wait. Ask the question again.
What does a woman?
What is the standard?
For what women have
What
to
is
do?
the
What was-
standard that
what's
women
always
have
said
to
all the
do?
time? You gotta think about that shit.
There is none.
Because I want to make sure that
Somebody
I'm
get
saying
her
it in the right
Tylenol.
way. Shut up. I want to make sure I'm getting it in the right
Cause she
way.
about to get a headache.
I think in terms of us thinking about what the standards are, and it goes back to that stupid ass topic about where we're taking our dates and all that shit. If you believe that you are to provide and protect, and the woman that you want should do X, Y, Z, then find the woman.
I'm not
that
talking
does
about.
X,
I'm
Y,
not
Z.
talking about what
I
we.
can't answer
Hold
that
on.
because I
Wait.
do expect women to live a
No,
traditional role.
but
I told you I'm a
listen-
traditional girl.
But listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about what you believe or what I believe or what he believes. We can agree that as a whole,
That in the
society,
feminist movement,
society,
now society is saying
society
women should
pushes,
just be.
society pushes. You're a man, you have to provide and protect. Anywhere you go, you're going to see. That is the standard. That is what you have to do as a man. Boys grow up, it is clear to them. You must provide, you must protect. That is your job, that is your role as a man. But in this time that we live in, there is no standard for women
That is a very
anymore.
good question. I'm gonna have to give that some thought.
Yeah, there is
Because I can only
absolutely,
talk about
there's
what it
nothing
is that
required
I
of
know
them.
that I
There
really
is
do.
nothing required of women other than for them to just exist.
But why do you think that is? People don't. Wait, I'm
let me say
sorry.
one
We
thing.
didn't just wake up and make that shit up. The feminist movement came out of women being oppressed. So
No,
excuse
no,
us.
no, no.
Yes.
Wait.
All
Wait.
right, come on, Mo.
Hold on. Wait. Let me just
They just wanted your votes.
let me just say
Let's
this.
go back.
Wait.
You
Let
wanna
me
do
let me
this.
just say this. First and foremost, the feminist movement wasn't for black women. That's
Oh,
number
that's
one.
100%.
And that was for white women. White women were oppressed by white men. Black women were never oppressed by black men. Y'all were the matriarchs of our communities and our societies.
You
Y'all
said
were.
as a whole, though.
But
So
listen.
I'm only
Y'all
talking
got
about
gassed
black
into
women.
No, but listen. White women gassed y'all into thinking that was y'all fight. It wasn't y'all fight.
And like, I got
And
you,
then,
sister,
and
girl.
then let me tell you something. And even the black feminists to this day, when they speak to women being oppressed, it wasn't black men oppressing y'all. It was white men. We were being oppressed with y'all. What are y'all talking about? We never oppressed y'all. It was white men. The system that was created by white men. There was none of us there.
It does not negate the fact that it still existed, that there was still women.
But
women
y'all-
still could not vote.
Y'all hold us liable.
No, y'all I can hold my own.
Look,
I can hold my own. What I'm saying is, black women still could not vote. We still were unable to work, and in the grand scheme of things, we still were on the bottom totem pole. There were white men, white women, black men, black women.
Question, who made y'all not be able to vote? Was it black men or white men?
I'm not saying what you were not able to do. You didn't
But-
have the right to be able to do shit either.
Thank you.
I get
This is
that.
what I'm saying, but
now
y'all
the
hold
feminist
us
movement is when men-
responsible.
So say, for instance,
we never answered the question. Cause we
I
keep,
did answer the question. I said I don't have an answer for y'all. I'll
All
come
right, so
back
do me a
next
favor.
week and I'll
Nah,
have a fucking
so
answer.
You can have it next week. I think you're gonna have to wait till like 4 more weeks or something. Like, you ain't gonna have it. You ain't finding
gotta
that.
give this shit some thought.
You're not finding that.
There is no standard. Women are expected to simply exist. That's it. That's all they're
And
expected.
after a lifelong time of having to cook and clean after you niggas, I'm happy to
Guess what?
finally
What
exist.
niggas?
But what do you mean?
I
what do
cook better than
what-
you.
what-
You can cook off anything you want. I'm
and
a
let,
problem.
and, let, and, let me, and let me tell you why I
I'm
say.
tired of women having to perform for
But wait.
men to
But we
love
got.
them.
So you don't think men are tired of going to perform, go work,
Wait,
bust their ass, and go
who
pay
you think
bills?
perform? Who you think performs for who?
Women are certainly
we
performers.
definitely
oh,
gotta
baby, I
perform.
can cook for you. I can clean for you. I can do this
I
for
couldn't
you.
tell
I
you
can
last
make
time a
sure
woman
that you're
cooked for
taking your
me.
vitamins. I can
Oh,
be
hey,
your
hey, hey, wait.
secretary. I can be all of this shit for you. I have to jump through hoops
I
to make
can't
you
tell you
love
last
me.
time a woman
And you
cooked.
still.
I can't tell you last
well,
time a
you
woman
with the
cooked.
wrong women.
They
Because
don't
I cook for
These
mine.
niggas don't. Y'all niggas don't cook no more. Stop
I
it.
cook for mine.
What, ravioli?
So y'all with the wrong ones.
Regardless of whatever. Once again, there is no standard for women anymore. Like y'all.
That's actually a very good question that you should pose on a larger scale. This should be something that
She
is
said
a
she's
topic
not
to
large
be
enough.
had.
But we're gonna go to this next
No, I
topic.
didn't say I wasn't large enough. You're large enough for the both of us. Don't get smart.
Oh, you want to start this here? I know you want to start it here. I know you want to start it here.
Y'all are crazy.
Hey, she don't know who she played with. But nah, you my girl. Fuck with you. Next time. Oh, this nigga gotta go. This nigga walking home tonight. I tell you that. This nigga think he get in my car. Fat nigga put my shit to the floor every time he get in my shit. 500-pound nigga.
Yo, let's go to the next topic, brother.
This baby gorilla. He look like baby hippopotamus.
Y'all crazy as shit.
Fuck that nigga. Anyway.
I'm stealing that question though, because now I want to know. I want to know what other
Leave
women
that on the show. Fuck Mike. That's what this was. How the fuck you call a grown ass nigga Mike, nigga? That sounds like a whole pause. I don't even play pause. Mike. You wanna play with Mike?
See? Yeah. It's getting real. It's getting kind of saucy in here.
Because you see how he just went off. You see how niggas do that, right? Tell him about the video. How you really feel about
What video?
What video? I don't know what you talking about.
what you said last week with the social city video?
He making this shit up. Everybody here.
Oh, I remember.
What I said?
Nah, I ain't gonna do you like that. Right? You forgot? You forgot?
You gotta tell me later. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. I ain't gonna tell you right now, bro.
You probably said something.
Because we be together. I don't want
I don't know what I said. Oh, topic. Yeah, we got 2 more topics and we out. So, I saw an interesting topic today. I was, surfing on the internet like I'm always surfing. Do you think it's okay to date one of your friends' exes?
No.
So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. So if your girl, you said you're 37, dated Kareem in high school, and now you meet Kareem today, and you and Kareem meet up, you can't date Kareem?
I wouldn't want to.
Now,
My friend, you was all
I need clarity. I need
No,
clarity.
I'm good.
When you say one of your friends' exes, are we talking about someone that this person was in a relationship with, a serious
see, and that's-
relationship
that's-
with,
that's the
or are we talking about
Somebody-
someone that they were just
They playing
sleeping
it.
with?
See, and that's what my answer was going to be, because I think if it's my man's ex-girl, I want no parts of it.
Yeah, that's a
If
way
he just
different.
knocked her off,
But that's how men think, because men have the ability to sleep with multiple women and it doesn't mean anything. For women, for me, per
Well,
se,
you just said that
Well-
women can sleep with 20,000
I'm talking
men.
about what y'all just said.
Yeah,
I'm
you said the
holding that
women. You
against
said women
you.
could sleep with
No,
20,346,789
What I
men.
said was societal standards. Y'all don't give a shit about that because y'all gonna fuck a bunch of bitches.
Now you-
Well,
yo, you
well,
keep switching-
women.
But I'll tell you
Yo, she
this.
keeps
there-
changing the
there's,
goalposts.
but
You
there's,
see that, right?
see, but there's a
There's 1 minute-
there's a protocol though.
What's the protocol?
The protocol is that you go to your man and you go, yo,
That's-
whatever, how you feel about that,
your
and
man say,
and your man be like, I don't give a shit.
Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I have friends of mine that have dated guys that I've dealt with. I just am not interested in doing that.
No,
I
that's
don't wanna
not-
fuck behind my friends. I'm
Yeah,
not interested.
I mean that's not
What
my
if he
thing,
give
but
us the
but
right?
How would I know that?
how would you what?
I wouldn't know.
One of y'all was talking, you like, oh, this nigga's mad cool, so you just give it up, and your friend just knocked him off.
So you know what? There's a funny story, right?
Go ahead, let's
I knew
story time. Hold
somebody.
up.
Yeah,
story time.
with Lola. y'all
Story time with
So,
Lola.
I knew somebody who our kids went to daycare with. Went to daycare together, right? I had no clue who her kids' fathers was. I met the guy years later on a whole nother realm. Me and this girl never had each other's numbers. We never broke bread. We were never friends.
Oh, you're no good.
However, when I started dealing with him a
Oh,
few
you're no
months
good.
later, no, I'm for real.
You're no
a
good.
few months later, I found out, oh.
Lori Harvey,
that's
is
her
that
baby-
you?
Shut up. That's her baby father.
She knew
Now,
before that, though, but go
I
ahead.
swear my mom, I swear my kids, I had no clue.
Okay.
Right?
So you
now
broke
a
your
few
own
months-
rule.
I don't know this bitch, that's not
Oh,
my
now
friend.
you don't know her.
You
You used to speak to her every goddamn day. You used to speak to her every
I did
goddamn
not know that
day.
that was her
How your
problem.
son do it?
You still broke.
Look,
Listen,
yo, Mo, hold on, time
involuntarily,
out.
you broke
Yo,
your
Mo,
own
time
rule.
out. She didn't know, but she knew that was her kid. They had the same kid they was bringing to the daycare.
No, I'd never seen this man. That's what I'm saying. I'd never seen this man at the daycare. I didn't know who the father of her kids was. Nothing. I knew nothing about her. I met him in a whole different scene, whole different environment, whole different element.
So
It
how did she
wasn't
look at
until-
you? How did she look at you?
It wasn't until a couple of months later that I found out that those were his kids. And I said, yo, at this point, he's my friend. I don't know you like that. We've never broken bread. We never hung out. I'm going to keep fucking with
At this
him.
point, he already hit. Okay, cool. He took
I
he's
mean,
my
you
friend.
want to take it
I
there.
mean, if there was nothing wrong with it, I don't think you'd have went, yeah.
What? When did I say that?
Wow, you just said yo.
I mean, wow. I mean, her kid
I'm just-
liked my kid. I just didn't know that it was his kid. What you want me to do? However, your question was, how did she feel about it?
Yeah, how did she feel about it?
That's my friend. What I hate is when women try to weaponize the sisterhood against you because they think that they nigga like you. I don't like stuff like that. You ain't never wanted to be my friend. You never invited me out. You never ever thought to hang out with me. But now that you found out that your baby father's in love with me, that's my friend.
It went from he almost hit to he in love with me. But go
Hold
ahead.
I never said nothing about the sex. You keep
He was
counting
my
my
friend.
box.
She keep going.
He's so nosy.
He keep counting my
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
Like,
But hold on, question.
Not yours. But go ahead.
Question. Tables were turned,
Mm-hmm.
and you were her, and she was you. How would you feel? Honest. Be honest.
I would be a little bit surprised. Like, wow, when did that come about?
Okay. So therefore, I don't think it's the weaponization of anything. I just think that the fact that
Me and the girl were not friends. I'm not going to tell everybody that we're friends if we weren't friends.
No, I
Would I be
understand.
surprised that they had a thing?
I
Okay.
understand, but
that wasn't my friend.
But in the same breath, you have to understand that because of the situation, she may not even mean that y'all were best
no,
friends.
no,
It's
no.
just
She meant it. She told everybody we was friends and I betrayed her. Bitch, I don't even know you.
But
I
did
don't
y'all-
even know her name
So hold
to
on.
this day.
How often did y'all speak? Like when you dropped your kid off, how long was the conversation?
2 seconds.
So it was haba.
Yes.
So y'all
That was
never.
your friend. I'd have said you my friend. You say bye to me every day. All right.
So question.
Flo, you
If
grimy.
if you were somewhere and you saw her at the bar, would you walk over and say hi?
I probably would say hi to her.
You would have said
But is
that.
that what equates to friendship these days?
I mean,
Come on now.
no, I wouldn't.
That's
I
what
wouldn't
I'm
say.
saying.
I wouldn't say that that's your. But I would say y'all know each other.
We did know each other. I didn't know. Now, had I had known that was her kid's father, and then I met him, he would have been
See?
off limits.
Okay, but how about this? This is what I need you to
Did you cut him
understand.
off?
Wait, no, she didn't.
why would I?
But hold on,
That's
but
not my friend.
Styles, if he would have been off limits, had you known that was her kid's father, then that means it wasn't cool that you were dating him.
No,
Think-
what that
think-
would have meant is, as a woman, I'm not going to knowingly be speaking to you at the daycare and then fucking your baby father.
But do you get what
That's
I'm
not
saying?
the same thing, Mo.
But I also get where you're coming from.
It's
that
not the same
you weren't
thing.
aware.
Right.
You weren't aware.
I
but-
wasn't aware.
But,
so now that
but,
me and him have already built,
but-
I'm not going to unbuild because you feel
no,
it.
but
right,
had
baby?
you been aware, you wouldn't have done it.
It's not really.
Yeah,
a
out of
Hold on,
respect
time out.
because
It's
I
not-
see her.
Yeah, and I don't think you're
it's
wrong.
not
I don't
that
think
she
you're
wanna
wrong.
unbuild. She gave up the box, and now the nigga is part of.
This nigga wants to know so bad.
What's wrong with you?
Yo.
Yo, listen, man.
So the night you found out, were you in the mirror like, if I could turn
No.
back the hands of
No, I was
time?
not.
Oh, okay.
I
Yo,
made a
listen, man.
decision
I
in
gotta
that
stop
moment.
this whole conversation real quick because I got a plane to catch 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to Mexico in the morning. Mo, I see you.
Yo, B.O., congratulations, bro.
Yeah, congratulations to my little brother. He tying the knot this weekend. You know, we gonna.
Love is in the air.
I wish.
And so is Styles tomorrow morning.
I wish Mo was going with us because you know all the fellas is going. It's gonna be crazy. You know how we get. It's gonna be crazy. Get to see moms and everybody. So it's like that's my Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Because mom's going on a cruise. I ain't going to Texas to spend this Thanksgiving with them. So get to hang out with everybody one time. This first time in a long time. I'm gonna be with all my brothers and sisters at one time.
That's because you got 84 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but yo, man, I just want to say thank you to Miss Lola.
Lola, thank you for coming through. We enjoyed
Yeah, we
your
enjoyed you. We have to have
conversation.
you back. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them your social media.
Yes.
Yes, my social media is at Lola the Divine, like Meg Thee Stallion, Lola the Divine.
Divine as in D-I-V or
Yes,
D-A-V? Okay.
LOLATHEEDIVINE.
There you
Lola
go.
the Divine.
And please go check her out and go like and share and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. And I
Yeah.
want to say shout out to the Wood Steezy.
Shout out-
Chico is missing in action.
Chico is missing in action, but we got Glenn. He used to be my friend, and now that nigga just, I don't even know what the fuck Glenn is, but he wants to be in Money and Violence too, the next Money and Violence. So I guess Glenn did
Want your
something.
shot?
So, you know what I mean? Shout out to punk ass Suave in here.
Swizzle.
He brought the dirty dread with him today. And the fat residential nigga that's in here, my man Mike. But shout out to Woodstack, man. Same bad channel, same bad time next week.
Brooklyn.
We
We
out.
out.